Yeah, get your answer.
Excuse me. Okay, if I want to read some of the literature in the books, how do I go about like purchasing a book like
Okay,
that?
okay.
So I come
I
through
got
you?
you. I was at the class. I got
Oh,
you.
okay.
All right. I also want to do for people that are coming to class regularly. You know, one book I definitely gave to some people was the True History of Allah in the 5%. For those that were there, you know, that back in the early '60s, so you can get an understanding of who we are, right, from the mouth of those that walk with Him. Not for no just freestyle. I mean, myself and Divine Prince, we came a little bit after, right? You know, a lot of them were still young whippersnappers with the knowledge and wisdom teaching us. But, you know, this way you kind of get, okay, I understand, you know, you still get the dynamic from the God and His work, you know, because, you know, according to our math, wisdom is the way. But to go back to your question, yeah, we have here of the Office of Cultural Management. You know, we have books.
Okay.
You know that we I'm obtaining those books primarily for the class, and that's for here and abroad. You know what I mean? So I got you. I'll you know show you how to go about that.
Oh,
in a
okay,
minute.
okay.
Because that's important.
Yes.
Going back to books.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's where we started, right, in this conversation.
Right.
In our lessons, right, in the 1 to 14, it tells us, man, why the devil keep and teach our people so literate, right? Because he used them for a tool, also a slave. He keeps them blind so he can master them. Illiterate means ignorant. Now, prior to us coming here and being involuntarily forced, I mean, well, we always were, but we were robbed, literally, right, of how we speak, right? The very thought process that formulates language was taken from you, right? And how was it done? Through fear. Nigga, put your hands down, nigga. Don't look, put your head down. You know, you came on the boat, Malik, with your name Jeff now. Your name Kenny and Mike and Bob. Now, ain't no wrong with those names in this day and time, because Almighty God's the honorable name. But historically, we know where them names came from.
Right.
See, when you understand who you are, then you understand, that's the whole purpose of knowledge itself, then you understand everything around you, right? So we understand how knowledge was taken from us, man. And unfortunately, and during the period I'm referring to also is, because that wasn't the case abroad. That was the case during a period of like from 1421 all the way to 1865. Moreover, 1555 in that particular area, right? And Hawkins and, you know, because you had all kinds of Dutch in England and Spaniard and England more so. But they were last. They were just the most successful in their brutality and horrific presentation of slavery. So, all right. So now we're brought over here, right? You know, of course, they'll tell you, what was it? 1619, I'm bugging. This is when you was brought over here. No, you was. Jamestown, Virginia, the first 20, that's the first slaves, right? But that wasn't, you was already the product of a slave, right? You was taken first from Africa, that's why I call it the transatlantic. Trans means three. I took you first from Africa, then I took you to the Caribbean. Again, not to slight our brothers and sisters that lived in the Caribbean, because we traveled. The black man traveled. I just didn't go to the Caribbean because you made me a slave, but a large influx in population of us settled there as a result of you. I got you, God. Give me 1 second. This is a discussion class. It ain't monologue. It's dialogue. You raise your hand, I got you. Yeah, we teaching each other here. Right. So, but when we got to this island, or these islands, plural, yeah, because it wasn't just Jamaica, it was different places, right? And we was broken, right? This is when the horrific circumstances, like when Alex Haley, I had to put on the meeting him, like myself and my brother, we met a lot of these historians and these people literally, like they whipped and beat you and like, and then once you got here, you definitely. I'm not even trying to even think about nothing else but what's the direction, where do I move, out of fear. So, books, you wasn't, only a handful were allowed to read, right? Ironically, and what was even more irony, a lot of them were illiterate, these whites.
That's right.
It was just that they were collectively in power, and there was an aim and a goal to make this horrific circumstances happen. But according to the story, you were even more illiterate in most cases, because here go a man, I'll get back to that story. So books actually started being introduced via the Bible, quite often. That's why I said about when we were talking about the church, we talking about the sister coming in, and you got people, peace. You got people who may come in here, they Christian, whatever. The only reason why I'm respecting that form of religion with them is because of our presence there. Because if you really want the history, that wasn't given to you. Jesus did not come to you and save you in the manner in which you're being taught in this church. Ask me to show and prove. Now we go back to the books. That's written by us. The truth that was crushed to the earth, they didn't want you to see. Because my famous question before I get into the Divine Prince is, prior to religion, what was your way of life? You know what I mean? What was your way of life prior to religion? You know what I mean? What highlights and what catapults that is who we are as a people. First of all, Richard Allen and the African Methodist Episcopal Church. I didn't want you to read nigger in my. I didn't want you to be part of my church. He started his own, and he said, since we're gonna start our own, every gospel, everybody that's part of this Bible is going to be black. And I'm not just doing that for some freestyle bravado. Historically, Jesus is black. Your own books describes him as being such. You know what I mean? So,
You must do your own research, as I did.
If Mecca did this.